right. Greetings, everybody. We are back. Oh, I never changed the stream title, did I? Alright, cool. Change the stream title. Oko sucks, indeed. But anyway, we're back. We're playing some... Oh, crap. The biggest folly. Get these shitty snow-covered planes out of here. There we go. Now we're talking. Anyway, we're back with some Death and Taxes. Have not played this deck for a long, long time. Went pretty hard playing like Bomberman in preparation for the format championships and stuff. I just haven't been enjoying Death and Taxes as much. I play Magic to have fun, primarily, and like competitively secondarily. And it's not fun to play this deck when you're staring down an Oko on the other side of the board. It's just straight up not. It just really sucks. So I haven't been enjoying Death and Taxes as much. We're giving it another whirl today. We are going to jam the old standby here. Wasn't sure exactly where I wanted to be with this list. I think something like this looks fine. I was flip-flopping over like having a Ballista in the main deck and cutting this like the second Mirror Crusader and stuff, but Mirror Crusader has a lot of stock in the current meta. It's surprisingly reasonable against Miracles iterations nowadays because it's immune to Oko, and obviously it's good against the rest of the Oko decks for the same reason. Less of a liability versus Delver as they move more into black and they have access to stuff like Fatal Push as well as Lightning Bolt, etc., etc. Are you late for the party? No, I literally just started. I started my stream like 30 minutes late today. My dinner preparations went south after our cauliflower was bad and we had to go get a new one and stuff. But anyway, we literally just started and we're sitting here talking about some of the flex spot choices. So yeah, other than that, it's pretty stock. Playing 3 Revoker, I think people are going back up to about 3 Revoker from 2. It's a pretty reasonable card. Still gonna do more than suck if I have the money. I don't know, you'll have to ask him that. Love the 2 Cataclysms. Yeah, I hate Gideon. I think the first Gideon might be better than the third Cataclysm, but Cataclysm is just such a fucking good card. So I guess we're moving to the sideboard now with the Gideon, 2 Cata split. I'm playing an Ethersworn Canonist and a Deafening Silence. I think that people are not respecting Hogak nearly enough, and it blows my mind because that deck is really, really good right now. And Death and Taxes does not have a good Hogak matchup. That deck eats basically all the fair decks in the format alive. Like Delver, fair blue piles, like just bullies D&T, and it's really scary. So I think people need to start respecting that deck more in sideboards. So we have, in addition to our Graveyard Hit, which is a Container Priest, 2 Rested Pieces, and a Surgical Extraction, something like Canonist is a lot better than a Deafening Silence in that matchup, because they're, like, entirely creature-based, obviously, so Canonist can turn off, like, they can't get their Vengevines back, they can't cast a bunch of, like, Gravecrawlers and sack them to whatever the 1/1 guy is that gets bigger when he eats things. It just, like, it slows them down. They can't just, like, Hogak combo you out with the Altar of Dementia and stuff. I think it's not a great card, obviously. You'd much rather have your Graveyard Hate, but Canonist also plays a role player in other matchups, Storm, Sneak and Show, other combo-based matchups, etc. So what are you cutting for Idol of Obstruction? Good question. Good question, Perocco. Also, the Walking Ballista, pretty nice. In the mirror, decent against Hogak because you can like shatter the bridges and ping off some of their like little Piddler X1s. Okay, music run sideboard Tomb over Factory. I think Factory is actually like I'm a big Ancient Tomb stan and a big Factory hater for a long time. But I think the play patterns with Mishra's Factory play better against Oko. Yeah, 2/2 bad against 3/3. But it's not really like them just like slamming the Oko and making a 3/3 and just like running away with the game that way that really kills you more than the starts where where they slam the Oko and they elk your one thing, whether they elk your Thalia or elk your Vial or elk your like Flicker Wisp or something, and I complain about this interaction a lot because it's like so egregious that Oko is just so horribly designed that you can play your Oko plus it up to 5 by elking their one thing. The elk will attack the Oko down to 2. The Oko will plus to 4, making a food. The elk can attack the Oko again down to 1, and then the Oko will plus to 2 and turn the food into an elk and be able to protect itself. So Oko can single-handedly take down just like any creature on board just by plussing a bunch, which is just egregious. And Miniatures Factory makes your ability to pressure early Okos like that a lot better because you could just have your one creature in play. You can play your Stoneforge Mystic on turn 2 with your factory in play, and if they go turn 3 Oko, elk your Stoneforge, now you have 5 power. They can no longer do that play, which I think is actually like pretty important. Even if it's just like obviously the one factory doesn't come up all the time, but when it does, it can be extremely helpful. Obviously, same with Ancient Tomb. Cast your spells ahead of time. It's mostly for juggling your equipment and using those in specific matchups. And equipment by themselves kind of have lost a little bit of their luster in the control matchups, specifically again because of Oko. Oko sucks. Trizop, thanks for the 2-month resub. This is a complaint about Oko stream because yeah, I fucking hate Oko. I'll complain about Oko all day. But yeah, I love Ancient Tomb. I'm not big on Ancient Tomb right now, but I'm like fine with it. I think I like Factory like specifically to try to pressure Oko and stuff. But yeah, Oko sucks. I hate Oko, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. Some people are. I've seen some sideboard splits that are one Kata, one Gideon, one Jailer, and like. Jailer's nuts. I don't know why people want to play playing Palace Jailer in this format. Palace Jailer is so heinously bad against Oko. It is embarrassing. Like, especially in tandem with Astrolabe, just like the threat of Oko just exists at any point. And also, not even ignoring Oko completely, there's also the threat of the Flash Coatl thing. Ice Fang Coatl. Just like, there are more Baleful Strixes in the format. Palace Jailer was always really bad against Baleful Strix. And now Baleful Strix has Flash, so it's like, surprise, Flash, take your Monarchy, get ya. In addition to just like, I have an Astrolabe, Oko, elk my Astrolabe, hit you. Okay, you have to chump along with your Jailer, you lose Monarchy, and basically lose the game. So, like, I don't understand why people are sideboarding second Palace Jailer. It seems absolutely heinous to me. Palace Jailer is so fucking bad against Oko. What do you think of the list Daryl Ayers wrote about earlier? I don't remember a lot about Daryl Ayers' list. I think it was probably mostly fine. I don't think... Was that the list that just, like, didn't... It wasn't, like, 2 Rip 1 Surgical, like, his only graveyard hate? I was just talking about, a second ago, like, people are just not respecting Hoyak. I think that's just, like, super, super wrong. Also, Gutshot sucks. Ayers is weird. He loves Gutshot, and I don't know why. Gutshot is an extremely embarrassing Magic card to be playing in your sideboard, unless you're like really gunning for the mirror. It's like not even that good against Blue Red Delver versus Path, because like Arcanist is so horrifying. You just need to be able to answer Arcanist whenever it enters play. They're also on like less true names, so that pathing them to let them hit like land drops and play out more efficiently like that is less concerning because they don't have like those big haymakers as often. Anyway, we can keep talking, asking questions and stuff. We're gonna jump in since I'm already 30 minutes late, and Dumb Texas takes forever, so this league will probably just like take a million years. So I should probably jump in sooner rather than later, at least. Oh yeah, what I said about Shadowspear in the Discord was I wish Shadowspear got rid of protection. It would still be unplayable, but I would be much happier because I could pretend like I could kill true names with it. Incoming 5 Belcher. I mean, at least that would end my suffering quickly. Are you gonna stream snipe me? You gonna counter Q again? I'm 0-2 against Drizzoff, But I'm 1-0 against Rizoth where it matters in paper in the finals of that 10K. But I am 0-2 against you online. With anti-death versus anti-death attacks and literal Belcher. This is a good time to tell you how bad I think Surgical is right now. Yeah, Surgical's like not great. I cut down from 2-1, certainly. I'd probably buy 0, but like Legacy is just a format where you kind of want some sort of fast hate. I think Surgical's like the best thing you can be doing as Death and Taxes in terms of that specifically. But yeah, the Graveyard Hate Suite has changed. I think fast hate is also like a little bit less important. Yeah, it's possible I could play Cage or Crypt instead. Ooh, blue-red Delve. Yeah, Surgical's definitely just not a Vertoga, but Surgical definitely has applications in other matchups that Crypt and Cage don't quite have. Don't daze me. Please? I said please, opponent. What a bully. Leyline. I think the Leylands are unplayable in Death and Taxes. There's a very specific reason for that. And that is because all the graveyard decks will always bring in enchantment hate because Death and Taxes has Rest in Peace, so you don't get to like dodge, you don't get to fade like some other decks do by like getting away with Leyline. And you have no way to cast it, and you have no way to protect it with counterspells. So your Graveyard Hate just needs to be more impactful outside of just your opening hand. We could play our Stoneforge here. Put an RD Dazed once. We could play off curve. We could go like Mom into Stoneforge, but we are getting our teeth kicked in by this Insectile Apparition. Stoneforge is also going to answer this really slowly. We could like Stoneforge into like Batterskull. Curves out better, but the chance of my opponent having like at least one removal spell is pretty high. So let's go Mother of Runes. Yeah, I've even seen some people like that are playing Leyline and Delver, which seems like kind of weird, but like you do get some people sometimes. There are those free wins you get because your opponents are expecting you to just have like surgical extractions and then everyone in their enchantment hate, and then you turn 0 Leyline them, and then they just lose the game. Ravenous Trap. I think one Jailer is always like pretty correct. There are always other matchups where you want your cards. Jailer is a pretty solid value card. Jailer could even like line up well here, depending on how these next turns progress. All right. What am I Stoneforging for here? Assuming this resolves. All right. Could just like get this Sword of Fire and Ice. It's really close. Sword of Fire and Ice is the worst choice of assuming my opponent has no more removal left, because it's the only one I can't either connect with or make a 4/4 with. What's up, Lackey? Yeah, Jailer's not really an anti-control bomb. It's just like a nice tutor target you want sometimes. Like, Second Pearl is not that good right now either, but sometimes you just want one. It's a nice one-up to have in a deck with Recruiter of the Guards and stuff. I don't think it's something where you want 0 copies anymore. Especially online where 4 or 5 color loan, whatever, just won that big event. Anyway, I need to stop like burning all my time. I want GTA. We have a lot of creatures in our hand. my opponent leaves up red mana, we will not go for the Jite. They tap out, we'll probably jam it. But if they like leave up a red mana, probably just slam Jailer. How many silent clearing should I play? You'd probably afford to play like one Horizon Canopy if you have any respect for yourself. We bodied by Dread Overcast? Not yet. A Sunbait Canyon to hard cast your gut shot. Take one less life. Respect for my wallet. I mean, that's an honest excuse. If you don't want to like buy Horizon Canopy because it's like, oh, it costs $1 billion, then yeah, go for it. But know that in your heart, you're making the wrong decision. But hey, money, like, I'd rather play Magic than like with worse card arts than spend way too much money on a game that doesn't ultimately when the purchase ultimately does not matter at all. There we go. So now that they've tapped out, there are 3 cards. Suddenly this Jailer is probably pretty good. If they don't have a second Daze at least. Hey, we did it. Now we just hope they don't have a Trinity Nemesis. Card will let you pick card art? Yeah, card order lets you pick card art. Ah, dang. Never lucky. Wow, extremely never lucky. If my opponent can't find removal, we might be able to swing the game with Crusader plus Jite, though. Opponent's so lucky for drawing card. Yeah, exactly. What a jerk. They've only cast 3 whole cantrips. They've seen like 9 extra cards this game. That's just not fair. So I don't think I want to cast GTA into like unnecessary days since we have a bazillion mana anyway. I guess we could Wasteland plus Aether Vial this turn. Because if they can't find a Bolt... I wonder if I actually should have just Crusader plus ported the red source. Because if they can't find a Bolt, then we're in a really good spot with this Crusader. Uh-oh. That's actually really bad. Force of Will. Means if they have a blue card, we're just dead. And they're going to get a Monarchy card, too. Oh, no attack. Alright, I guess that's actually really smart. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Now we need to, like, have Sword of Fire and Ice, or we're super dead. God. Plow. Would have liked you earlier. Certainly. Shove with conviction. Wow, they don't have the blue spell. So I think it's equip Jita to Jailer, attack with both. Shove with both. They block here. Maybe not. What's my plan, though, if I don't? They have to at least block the Crusader, too. They shouldn't force that. What would they force instead? I guess, like, saving it for exactly sort of Fire and Ice? I guess if I... Wait, if I show with both of them, I just... Dobbs. Block. They just take this. We have Plow. Yeah, we're dead if this Delver flips. I don't think we can really stop that. Yeah, I think we're just dead if this Delver flips. Or if they do actually have a blue card, they can just force my Plow and then we're dead as well. Best line was the suit of Crusader and hope they don't block. I don't think that's even a little bit correct. Now we're dead to like any blue card, but that's life. Yeah. Is it a, wow, Brazen Bar. Brazen Bar specifically is a very good reason to not play the GTA as well. Or not force the GTA, but yeah, we're dead now. Jailer is specifically not very good in this matchup. You use it when you need to, and we're definitely going to board it out. Like, you use it to try to get Delvers that are killing you off the board. But Jailer is specifically a card we cast because we drew it, not because we wanted it. What do I want here? Probably single Recruiter more than Canonist. Canonist is, like, not very good. It's, like, okay on the play, I guess. Rogue does nothing. Probably one of Recruiter is fine. Not a big fan of Canonist in this matchup. Doesn't really feel like it ever does anything, and a Recruiter probably more relevant. Easy keep. See if it'll line me. Oh, did I not put the right deck list? Thought I edited it properly. Edited it. Didn't tell me we were playing Canonist. I could have sworn I put a Canonist in the sideboard. I did not. What's there instead? Oh, second surgical. Okay. Thank you. I think the deck list should be right now. Our hand is never going to play our own days, so we also don't necessarily want to play this Delver. They could like just play an Arcanist next turn, so I think I'm just down for, if they don't have days, then we just get to Batterskull them. Lightning Bolt. And also, our hand also has 2 Flicker Wisps in it, so like we're not super concerned about the Delver. Assuming we hit some number of land drops. Just passing, huh? Second plow is certainly welcome. So we just pass the turn here. We have the option to like plow shit. We have the option to probably put in this Battle Skull. Also probably gets upgraded or something. You know, we force him to have it. Is it TNN time? Lava Man. That's fine. Yeah, this reeks of a braid. Could be a Brazen Borrower, which I'm definitely also fine with. But I'm making him have it. We can't play around a braid by not putting in artifacts. What's up, Dukes? How's it going? I have my germ. Braid me. Yep. Dead. We draw a land. Just plow both of these. That's pretty good. Wasteland's a pretty decent land. I kind of don't want to use my Wasteland here, but it's pretty tempting to just pew pew. Well, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Opponent has 4 cards in hand, one of which is a Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt's not very threatening. We have Mom in play. Grim Mancer is very threatening, so we 100% are going to plow that. Our life total is getting a little low, so I'd like to plow this Insect Aberration. It's possible we could waste them because it's the least cowardly play. I think wasting them's like a pretty good play as well because they just like they played their Fiery Island and tapped it here, so they don't have more lands. Which means that they're gonna be kind of torn between trying to like they can't. It's hard for them to like cantrip and cast their stuff. Definitely plowing this. You have 2 Flicker Wisps though, which makes me want to plow this Insect Aberration like extremely. Just a lot less. Oh wow, yeah, the Volcanic is actually their only island. Force Pitch Days. All right, well now we'll just. Guess that answers our question for us. Just plow this again. Also, their hand is Lightning Bolt something else. So I don't think I actually want to Wasteland here because my Flicker Wisp is so important to stem this Delver bleeding. I don't think I want to Wasteland anymore. They have Bolt Unknown in hand. It is really tempting to Wasteland them, but really want to have a 3/1 flyer in play to not get mauled to death by this Delver of Secrets. Oh no. Well, I guess now I'll Wasteland them. Now they're down to not a lot of lands at all of a sudden. We just need to rip 1 land to get our Wisp on land, and we're sitting pretty good here. And even if we miss on the land, we have Stoneforge to slowly get an answer for this Aberration. Yeah, that seems like a pretty worthy exchange. No shuffle on the ponder. Punch. Yep. That's not a land. I'm kind of in for slamming this, though. Although, what is the mat? So I want to play this because it just denies them, like, more ability to cast their own spells. But if we play it, we get hit to 8. We don't draw a land. We play the Stoneforge, get any equipment. We get hit to 5. We put in the equipment. We get hit to 2. We technically outrace this Insectal Aberration. Alright? 8, Stoneforge, 5, equipment, 2, equip, attack. Play Stoneforge, you're gonna die. We do also just straight up have 21 other lands in our deck. Oh yeah, they do have a Lightning Bolt in their hand, yeah. Lightning Bolt does go face, as it turns out. Alright, you've convinced me. We have like at 21 hits to just like play Flicker Wisp though, but I think because of our life total conundrum, I think I want GTA here. And because we have an active Mom, so it's a little bit easier to push through True Name. Assuming it happens at some point, they need to hit a lot of land drops, and then also have the True Name anyway. Your feelings on D&T in the current meta? I think D&T is a lot better. I mean, D&T is always a lot better than people give it credit for, because people love to, like, dunk on it, but I think people are overestimating how good, like, the Oko piles are against it, because I think D&T is actually pretty decent against them. It's just really obnoxious to play against. Dread Arcanus, that's not good for me. Just draw land, please. Did something happen to Skull I wasn't paid? Yeah, it got braided like 100 turns ago. Yeah, I specifically hate Oko because I primarily play Magic to have fun and secondarily play to win. And Oko is like not, by far and away, not close, the least fun card I've ever played against in my life. I guess we just passed the turn here. Oh no, we're just dead. Yeah, we're just dead. Bolt, Arcanist, Bolt. So we actually have to cast Thalia here, right? Even then, like, we're probably not winning. Because they just have 6 points already, and we have to take 3 from this Delver. So even if they don't have a land, I don't see a draw where we can win this game. Swords to Plowshares doesn't do it. Yeah, I think we're just dead. The World Hates Paul. Thanks for the 2-month Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate it. That is a pretty hot take, Lackey. Not gonna lie. This feels like an extremely ambitious attack from my opponent. I don't know what this attack is. Is the attack of someone who has 2 lightning bolts in hand? Because we still don't have a lot of outs to just this, right? We could try to wasteland them off of the ability to cast the lightning bolt. No, actually, if we just draw land, we have the Wisp to block the Delver, and then we're not in lethal range anymore. Seems like a pretty buck wild attack with this Arcanist. Because we just get to double block the Arcanist with Thalia plus Stoneforge, and then pro-red the Thalia. Possible plans to be. I hope their plan is to bolt the Mom and forget my life total. We still need to rip a land here to be alive. Come on, bolt the Mother of Runes. What could go wrong, opponent? They could have like a second Arcanist here or something. We can't beat that. Blazing Volley. Okay, so I guess this kills the Mom. Land? Plow? Still alive. We're hanging on. We need to get these equipment online or we are dead to Lightning Bolt or Dreadhorde Arcanist at any given moment. Or obviously True Name, but True Name's just always unbeatable, so. Alright, 2-mana Ponder. No respect for Swifter. Yes, I did specifically think about Monastery of Swifter and then also to myself said, no one plays that card, and then attack with everything. Oh no. Land. Alright. Put his last card in hand is a Lightning Bolt. We are still alive. They're just gonna reveal Lightning Bolt off their Devil Flip and I'm gonna be really sad. Hello, Alexander 5. So I guess we just Flicker Wisp a Stoneforge Mystic, because it doesn't matter. So we can attack with everything, cast a Wisp. They can't cast their Bolt, it's Thalia, so... Flickering Stoneforge doesn't even do anything. We don't have any equipment. Oh well. I'll do it anyway. This actually does reveal the information that we already have Sword of Fireness in hand, so if I had thought about this a little bit, it might have been better to flicker planes. But if we're specifically not flickering Stoneforge, I think they can reasonably assume that anyway. Dang, no fourth equipment, unlucky. Flicker Delver, no for a Motobug. So they're going to bolt my Flicker Wisp and attack me for 3, and then the last card I need is Force of Will, and then we have another Flicker Wisp. Or if we draw a land, we just get them with our equipment. Wait. The last card in hand wasn't? Lightning Bolt? What happened to this Bolt? They never brainstormed, right? They only pondered until just now. Am I stupid? Yeah, they never brainstormed. What the hell happened to this lightning bolt? Did they fetch it after showing it to Delver? No, they haven't even they fetched like way back when, and their first Delver was like on turn 1, and it flipped on turn 2. This bolt reveal is like from turn 2. Yeah, because we played a Mom on turn 1, they played a Delver, and then we played a Stoneforge, and then they flipped the Lightning Bolt, and they couldn't bolt anything because we had a Mom in play. Well, there's the bolt, I assume. Fetch upkeep. They didn't fetch upkeep though. They didn't fetch until like way later after the Fiery Islet and the Wastelands on like turn 4 or something. So if we just draw a land, we're very nice. We're very well off. Oh, nice. All right. We have 2, 4, 6, 7. We're actually 2 off lethal. So I guess that means we just sort of Fire and Ice. Yes, they just fetched, but they fetched when they revealed Force Will. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm dumb. There we go. They drew the Brainstorm for turn. They don't have this Force Will. Yeah, you're right. Fetch that upkeep. All right. So there's no reason for me to put in this GTS of this sort of Fire and Ice. Because we can't gain life, we have to kill this Delver, so we might as well put in the thing that just like sets us up for super lethal next turn through any blocker. Play around shock, yeah, exactly. By gaining 4 life, putting us at that magical threshold of 3. That Delver notoriously can't get to. I hope you lose the game to Forked Bolt. Man, that would be real bad. Wow. Just bolts me in the upkeep like a jerk. Doesn't even take the draw step. Yeah, we tried. Seems a little dicey to Wasteland, but solid. 2 legacy playable. What was the first one? Oh, Forked Bolt, yeah. think there are a lot of cards that we could potentially lose to if we put in the GTA as a sort of fairness there, like Wasteland, True Nemesis. Yeah, also Bone Crusher's like, he's obviously joking about, like, Bone Crusher's never gonna be played in Blue Red Delver. What you got over there, opponent? Oh, there's a cat here. Hello, kitty. Oh, God. Yes, please continue to list extremely Blue Red Delver. Oh, wow. Speaking of legacy playable cards, my opponent just put a Fairy Seer on the stack. Hondo Trigger, thanks for the 13-month resub. Never seen this killer magic cards before. These older cards, they don't make. Exactly, Hondo. Yes, I'm saying Sudden Shock's not legacy playable. I think cards can be played in Legacy and not be legacy playable, if that makes sense. Yeah, I assume some, like, Ninja's List or something. I don't think I'm gonna respect turn 2, put in my Ninja of Deep Hours, draw a card, when I can just cast a Mother Friends with my 2 Stone Forges in hand. Force of Will. Alright, well, they're down to 2 cards in hand. Force Picurico, yep. Ninjas indeed. The saddest Mystic Sanctuary. I wonder if I just Wasteland this. I kind of want to. Like, we're getting beat down by a Fairy Seer. We got more land drops. Yeah, fuck you, Mystic Sanctuary. Oh, what a punt. To waited for the much better land to Wasteland. I guess I'll just go get, like, Jite? Blue-black, second Force of Will pitching. Fallen Shinobi? Jesus, this thing costs like 900 mana. Alright, well, you have 0 cards in hand, and your board is extremely bad, and we have another Stone Forge, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable about our position this game. Congrats on the Artful Dodge on Sunday. One day we'll get our grudge match negator. Ponder, go for it. I'm getting in there with the GTA next turn. Yeah, you're currently searching for a D&T playable adventure. You're gonna look. I guess Giant Killer is the closest thing. could have plowed this mutable. But do I really want to? Just like not paying any attention to this game. I don't think fair blue-black decks can beat, like, on-board. Fair blue-black creature decks can beat equipment, like, ever. Do I ping this Fairy Seer? Yeah, if they, like, have a ninjutsu, I don't want them to get value by scrying too. And their mutavault's weight. Yeah, I'm pinging this. Die. I don't want them to Eureka me. I guess, no, I could have waited, because they could have animated Mutavault first, and attacked them both, and if they did that, then they can't, like, ninjutsu anything realistically. Alright, cool, they died. You guys streamed you with elves, so no. We beat elves on our Monday stream, but we were not playing this deck. Have we ever actually played each other in Negator? This shit talk arose from, like, the lack of us ever playing against each other at some point during, like, a challenge or something. I forget when. But I don't know if we've ever actually played each other. Yeah. That's what I thought. Alright, so weird blue-black ninjas. Guess we just board in removal spells. And call it a day. Catan Priest, not bad against ninjas. Man, I really wish this cat would stop rubbing her face on my face. Don't think Revoker is very good. You can technically revoke the ninjas, but it's kind of just a shot in the dark on which one you're trying to name, I imagine. I think Jailer probably gets pretty bad because they just have like a bunch of annoying evasive things, so they can ninja you. Prelate, probably not. Prelate's maybe okay. They're like kind of a Delver deck, except bad. Equipment are all good. Recruiter may be a little slow. Just go with that. How was D&T in multiplayer? Extremely good. Well, how about this? We all build our legacy decks except EDH. And then Lackey will probably win very easily. This hand's like actually kind of close to playable. Like I was just talking about, GTA is like really hard for base blue-black decks to answer. Probably like dazes and stuff. Yeah, exactly. D&T, everyone looks at it and is like, ha, mono white, and then they kill each other, and then D&T is just like, I'll attack you for the last 2 points of damage. Get him. We're playing that unblockable guy? Oh no, just Thoughtseize. That's kind of bad. This hand sucks. My poor GTA. Let's draw something sweet. Not sweet. I imagine depths in EDH is probably a lot worse than D&T and EDH, though. It turns out when 20 doesn't one-shot people and you have multiple opponents, I think Merit Lage does get a lot worse. Just gonna blind needle something here. Keeping this hand. This hand was extremely disrespectful. I 100% kept this hand in absolute disrespect of my opponent's deck. Opponent has 4 cards in hand. We're mana heavy enough that I think I want to play around Daze, because we don't have a lot of cards and they need to kind of be impactful. So I think I'm fine just shot and porting here. Yeah, blind needling Aether Vial seems really loose. Because, like, you can just needle it after it comes into play, and also... Like, there are a lot of other scary cards you would want to needle. Like, we're gonna go Sword of Fire and Ice and punch my opponent's face in. This Wasteland's nice. Wow, that just snap resolved, huh? Ding. Needle is one of the more poorly cards. Yeah, that's definitely true. What is 4 cards in hand? I'm not super high on this sword actually connecting, but we've been playing around days all game anyway, so I think we can just go land go and just put in the sword. And just like hit land drops and cast our spells around days. Do we even see a days last turn? Oh, that's not the worst thing in the world. Goodbye, Stoneforge. Oh, we have this Crusader to beat my opponent's face in. Baleful Strix. The heck is this? Oh, Plague Engineer. That's pretty good against my Flicker Wisps. They know about 1, so that naming Elemental makes sense. Hopefully not get another Liliana's Triumph used on us, and then crush them with this Crusader. It's the current plan. Alright, so far so good. No whammies. Alright, that's not a whammy. This is a pretty desperate brainstorm. Oh no. Oh, that's fine. My hand sucks, opponent. Dang, they're 1 out of lethal range. I guess I'll just have to, like, wrath their board instead. Tag me. Falconog, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright, time to die, opponent. Oh no, they can jump block with a Mutavault. Dang. Oh no, I can just port whatever one they animate, so no, they can't. And then I get to shock it. Vault. Oh no, they got me! How am I supposed to win now? My Aether Vials! If only they had some way to stop my Sword of Fire and Ice from killing them. Oh well. Opponent got unlucky, I guess. But yeah. Textbook example of why don't use your Pithing Needle like that. Especially if your deck is really bad against equipment. D&T's not gonna punish you for holding on to your Pithing Needle. Except for in, like, if they have enough mana to, like, play and equip their thing in the same turn. And also, like... So you would name sort of Fire and Ice in that case. Like, there's no reason to proactively play out your Needle on Aether Vial. Unless you're, like, trying to use your turns as mana efficiently as possible. And, like, that's the best thing you can do, which just... It was, like, turn, like, 3 already, wasn't it? Like, I would have already played a Vial. And also, the Vial is, like, much less important at that point. And they had Thought Seeds me, and they knew my hand had a bunch of lands in it, so I could just cast my spells. Yeah, but it was on, like, a weird Blue-Black Ninjas list. You mean Factory over Mutavault? Because Factory is a 3-3 when it blocks, and Mutavault's just a 2-2. We do lose out on the sick Merfolk tech of getting Island Walk off and +1/+1 off their Lord of Atlantis. If we had Mutavaults, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Opponent's name is Beware of Farms. A little ominous. This game's not very good. It's not very good either. I really hope Phyrexian Revoker is good against my opponent. Ooh, Phyrexian Revoker is good against my opponent. Wow. Who would have thought? Well, this is bad if my opponent attacks my Aether Vial aggressively. Because I can't cast shit. Gotta dial in for the mirror here. I haven't played this in a while. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm supposed to just cast this. Question is, am I supposed to wasteland this Factory? Ugh. Cats and nails like daggers in my shoulder. Jeez, I need to trim them. So we're definitely going in on these vials, hoping my opponent doesn't have a Revoker to punish the shit out of me. The question is, do I want to wasteland this Factory? I don't think so. Oh no, we can't because our file costs 2. So I guess that makes that question easier. Mother of runes. Not a great start for us, but we're able to put a damper on Umzawa's GTA, assuming that's showing up at some point. Spellsword Spray is a sweet magic card. Mismatching planes. Oh, that's bad. I hope they don't recruit her for a Phyrexian Revoker to put on these Aether Vials. Munitions Expert is just the red spell stutter? Yeah, wow, that is actually... that's pretty accurate. Please just go get a Stoneforge Mystic opponent. Let me have my Aether Vials. Let me have them. Don't do it. Don't do me like this. Just go with the Stoneforge. GJ's so good in the mirror. Come on, do it. Do it, opponent. You won't. How am I supposed to beat a Stoneforge Mystic? You're so far ahead on board. found the line, chat. Well, this is going poorly. Professional assessment. We're definitely not favored. Very castable spell. Solid. Because we just need this Mother of Runes. Mother of Runes doesn't even do anything right now. But like, if... yeah, I guess we just need Mother of Runes. Everyone in my lost to D&T looks exactly like this. Yeah, like... sometimes you just like keep a hand that gets punished if your Aether Vials get attacked, and then your Aether Vials get attacked and you lose. That's just life. Game 1 of the D&D mirror is just always a shit show anyway. It's scary. Yeah, I don't want to see how we're winning this game for sure. Some pretty castable cards. What's up, Cliffy? Oko does suck. Ooh, Sarah Avenger. Neat. Good card to know that is in their deck. Alright, sideboard time. This all looks okay. I don't like getting in this matchup. Some people bring it in, but it's like pretty miserable a decent amount of the time. But like sometimes the game's just like it obscenely board stally and like just having this continuous value generation is really good. I don't know, what would I cut? Like a Crusader? All the other cards are gas. Do I want a Crusader more than I want a Gideon? Not really. Crusader's not very good in this matchup. Just like a big dumb beater. You have like plenty of those. Crusader's like plan C. Give Gideon the nod over Crusader. I wonder if boarding down to 23 lands in the mirror is like a little bit greedy. Croc is like not real. Third Croc is not like really a land. Unless my opponent left in Thalia, which they always do. These are the hands that I always keep and then always lose with. This hand's good though. This hand is good in the D&T mirror. Turn 1 Mom on the play, a flyer and equipment. It's just like very good. If we at any point have one more land drop. By saying that, I've made the top 10 cards in my library non-land permanents. Hey, we did it. Holy shit. We're doing it. opponent didn't even have any turn 1 play. Means they probably have Stoneforge on 2. Of course. I knew my opponent was someone who was going to leave Thalia. I felt it. I felt it in my bones. I think I just want to Flicker Wisp here. Like, I obviously want to, like, get rid of Thalia if I have to, like, next turn if I miss a land drop, because I want to play my sort of Fire and Ice. I think I'd rather just get a Flyer and play it right now, at least. Tap out for Stoneforge and then also attack me. Put a 2-1 for a strike. God, it is insane how many times you hear that. I'm supposed to like board back in my 3rd Caracas, just because I know they have Thalias. They're gonna have like Batter Skull instead of GTA here too. Oh, okay, at least they know that much. Land would be nice. It's okay too. We can play Mom and leave up a removal spell now. Attack with my Flicker Wisp. Start getting the damage trend going. What do we get punished by? Nothing. Nothing realistically. I could gut shot my Muller of Runes here, untap, put in the GTA, equip it, get me. You don't leave Thalia in your deck to not get Batter Skull. Exactly. The gut shot thing wouldn't even like do it because I'm holding up removal. Oh no, they have Caracas to pick their Thalia now. How do I win? What could go wrong? Put in the GTA and equip it to your Thalia. And then attack me. Forget that directly just... How can we beat our opponent time walking themselves? Don't I kill this other Stoneforge? Like, not really. Like, do I care about their Batter Skull? Also not really. But where's this removal spell going? Not the Thalia, because they have 2 mana up now. Or because they have Kragas up now. I guess I could just not kill anything. Yeah. Just hold up removal, just clock them with this Flicker Wisp. Use the other Flicker Wisp on their Batter Skull. Double Mom also means that they just like can't gain life anyway. Land? Yeah. Favor of showing the opponent minimal respect. So I think I gotta show my opponent some respect here. We get punished really badly by Phyrexian. Actually, we don't get punished by Phyrexian Revoker, right? If they put in GTA untap, cast Phyrexian Revoker, we can pro-white one of our the untapped Mom in response, and then they can't like connect with the GTA anyway. So we could just tap out here for like or tap low for a Stoneforge Mystic of our own, or like a second Flicker Wisp to just clock them or something, if we wanted to. Yeah, I'm in. I'm in for showing my opponent. There's probably some world where I get punished by this, but my brain is really not engaged in D&T discourse. My brain is really not ready for a mirror today. Well, now if we draw a lane, we just get to GTA them, and then they're up shit creek real bad. this? It's a Gideon? It's a ballista for 2. Wow, that's really fucking bad for me, huh? That is rather unfortunate, I would say. The cat is back. Alright, cool. Man, this Thalia is being really obnoxious. It always is. Whenever your opponent leaves in Thalia in the mirror, you're like always guaranteed to be land light and like want to cast a bunch of non-creature spells. It's pretty much the worst feeling in the world. So assuming my opponent pings both of my Mother of Runes is down, I need to leave a removal spell or else we get GTA'd, and then hopefully we can untap, rip a land, and then GTA them. Seems like a pretty reasonable plan. Because that means we can attack again with Wisp. Yeah, we're not blocking this germ. Hey, Cliffy, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So they ping now. Yep. Yep. We talk about tapping Krakus, but not Port last turn. Suppose. Yeah, I guess they could actually like what did you do to the Thalia? Hey, get off there. What did you do to the Thalia specifically? And leave the Krakus up, so like my removal. Now pumping the Ballista's bad, because I just have a bunch of removal in my hand. And it lets me just put in an equipment instead, and my Mothers of Runes are still online and stuff. Wait, are they not GTAing me? The fuck? Sure. I guess I get to put in my equipment now. Yeah, I'll take 4. Is this Council's Judgment? Palace shit. Oh, that's horrible. Man, I love the D&T mirror. Can you piss off, cat? It resolves. Certainly. Yeah, the worst games to lose. Yeah, that's very eloquently put. Tap the Krakus again. What are the odds we can kill the Thalia and then Crusader just brick wall their team and then try to get an equipment on it? Like, not good odds, right? But like we're very far behind already. We kind of need to get lucky. Of course. Alright, well. Not winning this game. Remember, flashback to my opening hand when I was like, these are the hands that you always keep against death attacks in the Death Index mirror, and you always lose because you just like never hit another land drop. And we ripped the third land immediately, and then never hit another land drop. They're permitted mulligan. But like, it's not a mulligan. The hands are good. Seems like the worst equipped target, but okay. Attack with everything. Cyrus is a mulligan, he's a liar. I'll believe it when I see it. I do mulligan a lot, actually. Port, miss land drop, die. Or port hit land drop, also die. I don't know why I'm still playing this game of Magic. Dang, you got me. You wanted to do this in your draw step. Or are you putting in recruitment in response to port? Alright, I've had enough of this game. Because we want to leave up more mana. And we want the ability to like cast like draw a land and cast the Crusader to try to actually brick wall the team. Yeah, opponent got me good. Yeah, those are the exhibit A and B on why I absolutely despise the mirror at all times. Estimate like probably close to 50% of games just like actually don't matter. Like, in terms of like play skill or experience in the matchup or anything. They're just like completely decided by like the 7 cards you're in, like the top 3 or 4 cards of your deck. Not very interesting games today. Game 2 against Blue Red Delver was pretty cool. But, like, we rolled over and died against Blue Red. Had a cool game against Blue Red. Rolled over, smushed Blue Black Ninjas. And then just had some games in the D&T mirror that existed. Not a super high quality stream day. No, opponent! Opponent! You were on camera with high quality enough, I appreciate it. Obviously everyone's just here for the eye candy. arranging Belcher Snipe count as interesting. That would actually be the opposite of interesting, as it turns out. Alright, what do we got? A keepable hand. Sweet. Do we have a statistically significant sample yet? I think on a personal note, oh dear. Alright. Well, this is bad. I mean, I guess we just cast this Aether Vial. Because we want to be able to cast the Thalion too, assuming we're not dead. My opponent kept 7. Anyway, on a personal basis, I never beat my opponents if they keep in Thalias. Just always lose to them. And you always lose specifically because they still have Thalia in their deck. You don't just lose to the person that has Thalia in their deck. You lose because the Thalia specifically punishes you. Yeah. Alright, well, they're turn 1 Grizzlebranding me. They're just reanimating it. And not animating it so they can draw less cards. But also they did just therapy my Source Splasher, so we're pretty dead. Thalia blesses those who keep faith and don't port her out. I should start trying that. Unmask, you got it. Draw the Source to Plowshares, everything will be fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is ruined. So they'll attack me and then draw 7 and then Thought Seize me and then not make another creature and then die to the Mishra's Factory. It's fine. Don't worry. Draw 7, and then fetch, and then don't make another creature. Opponent actively not listening to me. What a jerk. I said don't make another creature. Come on, opponent. Alright, now also draw 7. And then fetch. Alright, come on, draw 7. What could go wrong? You gotta refill that hand. Dang. Unlucky. Turn up your mic if you didn't hear it. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, this is what I get for not playing. This is the Death and Taxes gods showing me that I need to play this deck more, and it's punishing me for being away for so long. Suck. 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 This looks pretty good. I wonder if Crusader's better than Mother of Runes. Probably not. Especially on the play, Mom can clear the path for like a Surgical through a Chancellor or something like that. And this looks good enough. These cards and the first one. The first one, Patrick. Alright. This list was mostly like off the cuff, but I think like it's probably pretty close to something I would be comfortable with. Yeah, this is definitely a keep and clench butt cheeks. just the life that we live sometimes. Do I lead with Mishra's Factory so that when I inevitably get Thought Seized, I can at least hit them for 2? No, because we want to Port or Wasteland them, which are just both way better. It's because I'm in the Discord section shared and I'm still playing Bomberman. That's fair. Come on. Oh, thank God, my opponent has one of the move to discard hands. We won! Holy shit, chat. We did it! Yeah, I guess they thought turn 2 Iona on the draw was good enough to beat Death and Taxes, which seems extremely dubious. Considering that plan loses to Rest in Peace, Surgical, probably can't beat Aether Vial, Caracas. How many did they keep? I'm pretty sure they kept 7. Yeah, no, because they moved to discard in turn 1. They had to have kept that. Had to have been a 7. Well, as the old saying goes, lose game 1, win game 2, and pray game 3. What if they would have just scooped if you had just led with Caracas? Wait, why didn't I board these council judgments? What the fuck am I doing? Shave cheap moms, I guess. That's accurate. The average Reanimir player, like the average D&D player gets a bad rap. The average Reanimir player is bad because there's like you operate on such little margins because the games are over so quickly that like the little micro decisions like keeping that 7 and stuff are just like so much more horrendously impactful. Yeah, no, the council judgment is definitely important. I'm just dumb and forgot to board them in for game 2. Definitely board that in this matchup. Alright, well. Pray game 3. This hand's not keepable. Mulligan. Mulligan! Come on, opponent. Yeah, discard to hand size is not generally what you want against Death and Taxes because they just, like, will always have turn 2 hate. Especially when they kept 7. Speaking of keeping 7s, my opponent kept 7, so that's not good. This is probably a keepable 6, but back at Plains we have 2 removal spells and a Caracas, and like, eventually a Recruiter for Containment Priest. This is a keep. I'm not happy about it, but I'm not going to 5 on the draw. Maybe they'll move to discard on the play. Maybe they'll make an Iona, please. Lead Caracas, maybe they'll concede. I was thinking about, like, if my opponent just goes land go, I'm not supposed to lead with Caracas, right? Because land go just means Entomb. And I don't think I want to give them the information that I have this Caracas in my hand. So they're more likely... But, like, we can also, like, very easily beat a Grave Titan with our hand. So, like, they'll probably just go get Grizzlebrand anyway, and then I'd want Caracas in play in that case, because at least then we can, like, bounce it and be more mana efficient. My opponent's probably going to, like, turn 1 Sire of Insanity me or something. Faithful Suiting. Alright, let's see. Yeah, Grave Titan's not very good. Iona, Tidespout Tyrant. Wow, those are both extremely beatable. Please make the Iona. Reanimate the Iona, opponent. Do it. Is everyone else in the chat also seeing what I'm seeing on screen? is is does everyone know what's happening? Does I truly have no idea. I got nothing. Stone cold nothing. This is like some fucking next level. Like, doesn't Reanimator also play like 13 lands? How are you ever leveling this up? What's happening? I mean, resolves. I think I'm gonna play my planes here because I want them to reanimate their Iona. Cast 4 rituals next turn to make a 6/6 per Jadis. Waste them. I guess that's a line I could have done. It's too late now. I played my land. What if they make it a 4/4? Then how am I supposed to beat the Hex Drinker? I gotta leave with my removal spell. They go land Dark Rit, or I guess just Dark Rit, make their Hex Drinker a 4/4, and then I can't beat it. Game over. Thought sees me. I mean, I guess I'd plow the Hex Drinker, because I'd rather plow it than path it. They could take the path now, though. Maybe I shouldn't have actually done that. This is stupid. I could have left the Hex Drinker there, because now they can make a Tidespot Tyrant, and I could conceivably lose to that. That was a really dumb play. Oh, thank God, they can't do it. Alright, well, wait. Also, wait, they took the Recruiter, not the path, so... Their mind games worked. Yeah, I think I want to wasteland this. They shook her as... Yeah, that is actually true. I got so outplayed by this Hex Drinker that I did fucking misplay. What's happening? Oh, Dark Ray turn flashback looting. This is first out? I don't know if my opponent has a plan. They got an Elish Norn. Oh no, therapy. Therapy my path. Yeah, the Pack Rat, Quick Breaker, or Lava Mancer plan, Sideboard plans are all better. Hex Trigger seems buck wild. Yeah, our plan is still die to this Tidespot Tyrant as it currently sits. Yeah, Hex Trigger specifically, I take issue with. Prelate's a nice one, if we can get there. I guess I just named Grizzlebrand here. They're at an extremely high life total. Oh wait, they're Hellbent. Yeah. We're going in. Not Papa Junior BX2? Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. So I guess we'll put this Prelate on 2 because they have more 2 mana. Yeah, Prelate on 2. Because they have more 2 mana reanimates than 1 mana. And their 1 mana will be turned off faster by damaging them. Then we're going to top deck Rest in Peace, then die to reanimate, and I'm going to feel like an idiot. But yeah, 2's got to be correct here. Turns off like 6 of their 12 spells that matter. Mentioned on a podcast, glad I found it. Thanks. Appreciate it. Alright, so now we can play Thalia and Animate Factory, so looking pretty good here. Kind of don't want to play the Thalia here. because it doesn't up our clock, and if my opponent rips Reanimate for Elish Norn and sweeps my board, I want to be able to rebuild. I don't think leaving up Caracas really matters, because they can't draw cards. Yeah, I don't think playing Thalia here is actually correct. They rip exactly Reanimate. Although, if they reanimate the Tidespell, no, we can beat Tidespell, because we can just attack through it. Yeah, I don't think casting the Thalia is right. But yeah, I don't think we need to leave up Caracas here. They can't, like, punish us for it. Because they can't activate a Grizzlebrand or anything. Opponent also probably should not have played that land, because they want to draw Faithless Looting. So now they're at 3, so we can play the Thalia now. So they would need to kill my Prelate and then reanimate the Elish Norn with a 2-mana spell. Yeah, we did it. Hexdrinker is some fucking buck wild shit, though. Jesus. Hang on, I gotta go tweet this before we finish our league here. Should I tag Eric in this? Cross out their name everywhere. It's been tagged in 4 chats already. Oh, it's already in Delver chat. I guess, yeah, that tracks. Oh, God. Why do we need to predict their identity? I don't like publicly shaming people for, like, doing things like that. And there's, like, no reason to. There's, like, no good that comes out of it. Patreon bonus tech, don't give it away. Alright, anyway. Got one more round. I just really don't get yet. Like, I understand people really always, like, want to test stuff all the time. I just don't understand what like, some people make decisions with testing some cards that just my brain cannot comprehend them. Like, in what world is Hexdrinker your sideboard plan? Like, in what world are you like, this is the card I need to circumvent the graveyard hate and then, like, hit 4 land drops and, like, pump it up and stuff? Yes, exactly. The classic, what situation could this possibly solve? Like, what did my opponent looked at Hexdrinker, put it in their sideboard and said, this is going to solve my problem with X. Yes, it's designed to go around hate, but, like, there are a million other cards that also do that and don't require like 900 mana in your deck with like 13 lands. If all the Raider players were Eric, Crispin would have been banned 2 years ago. I mean, there's also kind of fair of like a lot of expert players, right? Like JPA, if all Snake Initiative players were JPA. Yeah, like Goblin Rabblemaster, Crypt Breaker, Pack Rat, Grim Lavamancer when they did that. Am I keeping this hand? This hand's fine. I'm too busy ranting about this Hex Drinker. Oh dear. Putting a Chalice on one. Well, it's not bad for me. Yeah, like a card that costs black mana. There are like, so many things that you could do. So what matter of Chalice are we playing against? Alright, playing against Post, huh? I think that means that I actually do want to play Thalia here. The Post decks nowadays are mostly like a bunch of non-creature spells like Thought-Knot Seers, right? And like a couple of Eldrazi with like Eye or whatever, but like I don't think Stoneforge is really gonna get me across that finish line that quickly. There's a chance that I can disrupt like Karn Great Creators and stuff. Yeah, this matchup definitely went from lol Chalice to oh fuck Post. Indeed. Yes, yeah. Thought on Zero Wilmog and non-creature spells is generally how these Post lists look. And like maybe some like Walking Ballistas or something. Bone's got a lot of mana. And still Karn me. Oh, there's a Thought Knot. Alright, it's mostly bad cards, so go for it. They take the... There's an argument for any of these, honestly. Take the Stoneforge, sure. Second Crocus, not a good draw. So we're gonna draw 4 files. Second, I'll do you one better, lackey. Boom. Best draw on the deck. I remember when it was video watch from Legacy Reset. Man, I remember when fucking Dream was the only card I had to complain about in Legacy. Guess we just Flick Wisp this Chalice. Puts a better clock on the board. And turns on like a plow for the Thought Knot. Aren't a lot of better Flicker Wisp targets. Next round, I'll probably just start porting. Almost definitely just start porting. Because we can cast the Crusader on the turn after that and keep boarding. We need to start keeping them off of mana, but we need to pressure and play first. It's probably too late, though. They have a lot of mana. Really want to draw a Wasteland for these Cloud Posts. Cloud Posts are scary. Mana for something. I think Wet Ball is playable again. Do you think the Cloud Post decks are coming back? I've not. This is the first post deck I've seen in a while, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it. Gag. What, are you boarded in against Gag? It seems like pretty miserable against Gag. What balls always just felt so narrow. I don't know what my opponent is doing. I've been playing a lot of MTGO lately, and this is the first post deck I've seen in a long time. Well, that's pretty good. Seems like a pretty easy choice there. Wish for just Walking Balls to murder my whole board. Can never win. They'll just wish for Ballista. We'll top deck Phyrexian Revoker, attack down the Karn. Everything will be fine. Coding? That cannot be right. We literally killed the Karn on my board. They just have like half a second Karn. They have to have second Karn here. Oh, we drew the Revoker. God. I guess I could just Revoker Karn the Great Creator instead of coding, right? That's probably just the better play. The question following would be, do I clear the Karn after that? Just, yeah, I'm definitely killing the Karn, but, like, I then still have to put this Revoker on Karn. Wishing for coding really just makes me think that there's another Karn there somewhere, and also, like, that Karn can go get, like, Walking Ballistas and shit. I don't really think there's, like, revokes on... Like, there's nothing else really to revoke. Like, should I just, like, shot in the dark, name a Planeswalker? Like, revoke Ugin the Spirit Dragon? Revoke the other Ugin? Like, they can also, like, Karn go get, like, an Ensnaring Bridge. There are a lot of cards that I can't beat off of a second Karn. We're gonna get destroyed by Walking Ballista. I think this is correct. This one is D&T cold to it. It's not. We're not cold to it, but they are at 16, so we're like pretty cold to it. Especially because they have a Karn in play afterwards. When they Ensnaring Bridge you and then cast Mycosynth Lattice, it's pretty good. Yeah, Blast Zone, very bad for me as it turns out. Sure. We'll draw our Swords of Plowshares now, of course. I'm wondering if Levium Crocus is better than playing Mirror Crusader. Probably not. They might actually try to take this Blast Zone to 3 and not clear my 2s, because my 2s don't matter, unless they have another Karn. So it's probably actually correct, too. Although, maybe not. I don't know. Decisions are hard. I think I do need to play this. I changed my mind. Because we need to put pressure on them. Oh, they didn't even tick up their Blast Zone. Interesting. Blast Zone on 3 now. Because they didn't think it was worth the 2 damage if they were planning on getting it to 3. Guess that makes sense. But now we get in an attack here, which is really good. Wow, that's obnoxious. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. These draws have been just so choice. I think we kept Crusader Wisp Thalia, right? Just not quite gonna limp across this finish line here. Drawn like one spell, maybe. Alright, this is in my hand. How do I want to port here? I don't want them to cast a giant spell, so I think I just have to port a Cloud Post and then I crack the Blast Zone. Cast a big spell and smush me anyway. Cast an Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Yep, dead. Meanwhile, Streamer is very dead. I agree. Top deck Flicker Wisp. Flicker my card over to Ugin. Alright. Flicker the Revoker over to Ugin. Then they're gonna have the Karn as the last card in hand. We're gonna die, but you know. We can try. Ugin the Spirit Dragon. They have Karn, we just like literally can't win. Yup. There it is. Figured they had that, but now they're just gonna like wish for like Walking Ballista and ping our Roker. We're gonna die. Don't think he'd beat Mox Crusher either. Yeah, we'd be pretty hard pressed. Certainly. We could fog it for a while, right? Can you block that thing? I have no idea the text on that card besides Annihilate or something. Wormcoil Engine. Did they just like not have a Walking Ballista in their sideboard? What's going on? I guess I'll kill this Karn. Try to draw out this Wormcoil Engine. I don't know why I didn't port this turn. Whatever. We'd recruit for a Palace Jailer. and still not get there. I mean, we're in an okay spot, right? At that point, like we're not gonna win the game, but we can like we can chump block the Thought Knot for a little bit, and by a little bit I mean like one turn and hope to draw something, right? Two turns. Well, the second turn of blocking would be for Phyrexian Revoker, and then we lose the game. Why don't you get you there before attacking Delta Light? Also attack with Revoker? Yeah, that would have made sense. The Recruiter's gonna die to the Blast Zone. We could put them at 8. That's very true. If you're like Wasteland for the Crocus, we could also chump with the Thalia a bunch. Ten is in fact greater than 8. See how much it ends up mattering. Definitely a misplay, certainly. Oh, never mind, it didn't matter, we're dead. Opponent's trying really hard to not win this game, but are just desperately failing. Sure. What? Why are we tapping this Grim Monolith? What on earth? 4 mana left over, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, they literally exactly have to go along me, I believe. Walking Ballista. Now they get a Walking Ballista. And not Ulamog. This Ballista goes... If this Ballista gets played for 4, they could have cast an Ulamog, right? But now they can just like ping, 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 get their Ugin online and attack me. Yeah, we're super dead. They gave me like every option to try to win this game, though. Ulamog seems like a better... I mean, like, there seemed like a lot of better choices than wishing for Liquid Metal Coating and then also wishing for Wormcoil Engine 2, but my opponent seemed pretty determined to, like, not make optimal plays and beat me. Well, these Mother Runes certainly suck. Cards all seem decent. It's a question of how much removal do I want, because they don't have that many creatures, but the creatures that they do have, you do want to answer. Yeah, Sphere seems pretty medium for Hogak, especially as its miracles, but also as Death and Taxes. I think if you want like a card like that also hedges towards Hogak, play it like an Aethersworn Canonist. That's why there's a Canonist in my sideboard. It's just like a combo card that hits Hogak that isn't Graveyard 8. There's one Surgical. Alright, I guess you're talking to Patrick, probably. But yeah, Surgical does suck. Last cut. Maybe we cut a Thalia. Thalia's like pretty good against this deck. You don't want to draw multiples, certainly. I think we might just leave it on the plows and not board in paths. Because you want some amount of removal, but like you don't want to overload on it. And I don't really think there's a card where we'd rather have like more removal spells. The Thought Seer obviously did do a very good job of just brick walling us, which is pretty obnoxious. Fire and Ice. You want to be able to clock them. It's certainly the equipment package is worse because of Karn. But I do think you just want to punch them. If anything, I think GT is the first cut in the equipment package. Maybe boarding this Gideon too. Gideon punches. Do you think they have a waste? That's a good question. I think they do. I think they have one, probably. Maybe just do that. I'm not up to date on post lists, but I know in the past they've played 1 to 2 wastes. Saying something. We have a Cataclysm. Cataclysm is probably the best card we could have in our hand to try to beat them, but this hand doesn't do a lot else and probably doesn't hit its land drops very well either. Maybe I'm supposed to mold this hand on the play. Just look for some more proactive stuff to be doing. Ooh, Wasteland's nice. Let's Thalia. They didn't play Soul Land, which makes Thalia nice at turning off like a Grim Monolith or something. I could be wrong. Maybe they don't have a waste. Good old turn 3 Aether Vial here. Kind of don't want to wasteland either of these things, but we can't really add that much more to the board. I don't like playing the Aether Vial here because it's already so slow and just really bad against Karn. We could play Stoneforge Mystic, go get Batterskull, and then have the ability to like wasteland plus Batterskull the following turn. We could also just port them, but I don't really like doing that when they have 7 cards in hand. And we don't have a very good clock at all. I think I'd rather Stoneforge for Batterskull and not wasteland them. Probably try to chalice me. Yeah, they could have also been trying to like cast a Grim Monolith or like a Ratchet Bomb or something. We have a decent number of 2-mana spells. Sorceress Spyglass, perhaps. Vesuva Glimmerpost. Alright, none of these are Cloud Posts, so... Opponent's trying to play Fair Magic. Which is not really good for you as Cloud Post. Alright. Hit you for another 2, put in this Batterskull. Now we have a clock and we can just start porting after this turn. I feel like Thought Knot Sear me. If they just go like land Thought Knot, it's kind of annoying. I guess we have Batterskull though, which is like a pretty decent clock by itself. I think I do want to be saving this Wasteland for like a Cloud Post, because they have so many Glimmer Posts. Or like if they try to get cheeky with this Blast Zone or something. I don't think firing off this Wasteland is correct, at least until they show some sort of like weakness in their mana base, like they hiccup Missile Land Drop or something. Dynamo. Alright. Into Spyglass. Am I supposed to Wasteland in response to the Spyglass and then revoke the Dynamo? So we're gonna put in this Batterskull. If we drew a land, would I have played out Vial? Yeah, probably. Actually, I might have. I probably wouldn't have cast Revoker. No, I wouldn't have played out Val. I would have just ported. So, we're definitely revoking the Dynamo next turn. Question is, do we want to Wasteland them? I think the answer is yes. And if the answer is yes, what do we want to Wasteland? This is not Bomberman. I do play other decks sometimes. Like, we want to waste the city because it's the Soul Land, but it's also going to die when they hit their next land drop. Their Cloud Post would come in tapped too, so they would not have access to a lot of mana that turn. Wastelanding a Glimmer Post makes their Cloud Post tap for less. Wastelanding the Blast Zone is probably more relevant because we want to keep our clock in play. Wasteland Blast Zone, yeah. I think that might be correct. I'm just a traitor to everyone now. So yeah, we'll just Phyrexian over this 3 Dynamo. Attack for 7. Hope that's good enough. They probably need Rashatenport here, yeah. Thran Dynamo. Getcha. What's up, Lasco? How's it going? So I have access to, yeah, there's the Cloud Post. Which is what I was most concerned about, but even then this is only 5 mana the following turn. They like Thought Knight, it's kind of annoying. Like Ballista is also pretty bad. Because they can kill their Roker, turn on their Dynamo again. Because the death and tax is not bad, not great. These, wow, nothing. Deal. Well, I guess I'll play an Aether Vial. Can't do anything else. Smush. So I have 5 mana. They have a Glimmer Post, they can go to 7, or like a Soul Land, they can go to 7 mana. But 7 doesn't cast, it's not even near Ugin. They have like a Ballista for 1, ping the Revoker, that only gets them to 8. Still isn't enough to cast Ugin through the Thalia. Nice. That was a weird game. My opponent really just didn't do anything, and then rolled over and died. Alright, Patrick, so you're saying that these paths might be better than Swords of Plowshares in this matchup? That they might just have 0 basic wastes? Wouldn't be, like, the most shocked if they had 0. I also would not be shocked if they had, like, exactly 1, though. Certainly a dangerous game, but, like, them gaining 4 life off of Plowing a Thought Knot is also definitely not free when we're, like, actively just trying to race. It's 50-50. Oh, God. I guess we'll leave them play. I think the downside of giving them a land is much higher than the downside of them gaining 4 life. I think we'll just hit submit. Oh, this hand sucks. Oh, hang on. Hold on, me. This hand has 2 wastelands in it. This hand's great. Snap, keep. I've looked at my hand. My impulse was like, wow, 3/3 drops 4 lands. This hand's unplayable. But hang on, 2 of these are wasteland. And I put them to 6. Easy keep. Drop the Bomberman mindset. I mean, 4 lands, 3 castable spells is like actually pretty keepable for Bomberman. Yeah, they're gonna like turn 1 Spyglass my wasteland. That would be real sad. I probably just wasteland this, right? Ooh. Ding. I can't tell if this hand's a Sneep or a Mole. Hey, surprisingly close, you know? I guess I'm maybe supposed to play Wasteland. Probably not. This could get bad. If my opponent has a Grim model, I think I can cast a lot of other spells. I don't think it's just a Wasteland. It's Eldrazi Temple. Because like it only represents Thought-Knot Seer. Thought-Knot Seer is not that scary because we have this Source of Plowshares. Is there a world where I get punished for playing or not playing this Wasteland? Don't see what you accomplish by wasting those. I'll do nothing else. Well, my opponent mulled to 6, and they need a lot of lands to do things, is usually what you accomplish. Don't think this hand's necessarily a trap. This hand has pressure. Like, we get in, like, turn 3 Flickerless Waste and stuff. Well, we cat it now. We didn't have cat it when we were analyzing the opener. Don't think we realistically get punished for, like, not playing this Wasteland. I do think this hand is, like, a pretty easy keep, though. Especially against my opponent that mulled to 6. Hope my opponent just, like, casts a Thought-Knot Seer next turn. Scion. Alright, chat. Quick poll to the chat. Are we going to Source the Plowshares this token? I'm definitely thinking about it. Like, I don't want them to cast a 4-drop, right? Flicker Whisper. Oh, I can't Flicker Whisper right now. They're probably going to untap and sack it, play a land, and cast like a Karn the Great Creator or something. Like, I don't want that to happen, right? The other side is if they untap and then play a land and then just cast a Thought-Knot Seer, then I look like an idiot. There is a cat here. She's coming. I think I do plow this. Because I really don't want to get Karned here. I really want to get creatures in play before my opponent gets, like, their Planeswalkers. Maybe you shouldn't have kept it. This hand is definitely a keep. I have no idea what you're talking about. Ancient Tomb Karn, anyway. I don't know. I think their sequencing has been a little bit awkward. To just have, like, Soul Land Karn. They could. I'm gonna plow this. They could Soul Land Karn me still. They could Blast Zone not Karn me also. Uh oh, that was bad. They have 9 million mana. Things went to shit real fast. Oh, dear God! Things went to shit so fast. Holy crap. Alright, chat. Well, they didn't have a thing to cast with 5 mana with their last card in hand. So Wasteland, pretty off the table, I would say. So we're gonna Prelate? If so, what number? Definitely not 4. It'd have to be like 8 then, right? Just to hit exactly Big Ugin, which doesn't seem great. We try to set up Kata. Prelate, yeah, Prelate on 8 is like not unreasonable. Yeah, because they have 1 card in hand. If they had like a Karn, they would have cast it here because they had 5 mana. So they could have a card. They could just have another land, or they could have a card that costs more than 5 mana. Doesn't even matter. I guess yeah, the Ugin's actually not that scary. Because if we would just Cataclysm it away, but you're getting Ulamog. We could just get Ulamog and fucking die. That's something that could happen. Karn is the yeah, but if we Karn them, we can't Cataclysm. If we turn off Karn, we can't Cataclysm. So I don't know. Ulamog doesn't seem that likely. They have one Ulamog. Like, just because they have one card in hand at 5 mana and didn't cast it doesn't mean they're going to cast a 10-drop. Yeah. There's an argument for just casting Flicker Wisp, right? Just because it has the most power. And, like, if I'm casting Cataclysm next turn, I want to just clock them. Cataclysm next turn even seem that good, though, because they get to keep a Thran Dynamo and a land. God. None of this is good for me. Problem 4 is not good. We have 2 4-drops in our hand. Problem 4 is very explicitly not good. I like Flicker Wisp, I think. Because Flicker also sets me up to, like, I can cast a second Flicker Wisp the following turn or something. I think we're just playing a Flicker Wisp. What? What? Sure. Alright, well, my opponent has 9 billion mana. Do with it what you will, opponent. One, two, three, four, five. I'm done counting. They're making a lot of mana. Don't Ulamog me. Oh, thank God, just doing the ineffable. Alright. Still alive. Oh, that was a choice. Oh, God. Do we nuke it all? They go to 4 mana, and we have nothing. We could play Gideon. Counts just with the Dynamo. It's not more awkward. One land in Monolith. No, they have the Thran Dynamo. It's like Monolith, but they can untap it every turn. Yeah, Gideon's like not bad here. They get to plus, and then we get to plus our Gideon and then cast Cataclysm or something. It's a lot better clock. They could actually realistically... They could realistically actually put a Blast Zone to 4, couldn't they? And they keep, like, Blast Zone plus Dynamo. Actually, no, that would nuke their Dynamo, so that's fine. I think the plan is Gideon. Some tough lines this game. Mr. FH, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Alright, well. I guess it's Cataclysm time. Plus Gideon, Cataclysm, attack them. Play land, keep Wasteland, play Plains, say go. We're getting toward... It's almost tempting to keep double Plains, so we're more likely to be able to cast a Council's Judgment on a Dynamo if we need to. But the Wasteland's not bad either. Attack Ugin with Knight. No, the Ugin's just gonna... Oh, then they block. Wow, that's actually not bad. Gets the Spirit off the... Wait, that's the same thing. Because I'm just going to plus my Gideon and attack their face, and then they're going to block, right? That just is the same end result. I guess they could not block and keep their spirit around and try to attack my Gideon down. I could plus the Gideon and send both. No, then they don't block again. Will they not block? I feel like they want to draw the card. Gideon's at 5. I mean, they have the choice of getting the random card. I don't know. If that's the case, wouldn't I plus the Gideon, attack their face with the Gideon, and send the Night Ally at the Ugin? Seems like the most reasonable play. I could also just send both at their face to try to deal maximum damage. Do I keep the Wasteland or the Plains here? I think I keep the Wasteland. Because the Wasteland puts them from 4 down to 3, which is pretty relevant. And we already have the 1 white source. Oh man, Warping Whale would be a fucking blowout and a half, wouldn't it? Oh, we did it. Alright. We keep the Wasteland. They already wasted that. Everyone knows they can't play more than 1 Warping Whale. Come on, chat. They didn't even like float mana to pump up their Blast Zone or something that they keep in the post. Sure. Let me tell you, oh man. This sounds like I got my Infernal Tutor countered by Warping Whale story. Oh no, now we can't plus our Gideon. We could Wasteland it and plus the Gideon. Stop casting spells, opponent. I can't beat spells. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, this didn't work out very well. They have a lot of mana all of a sudden. Well, can't cast his Council's Judgment. We can just Wasteland plus Port, though, which is pretty nice. Or nice-ish. Rip Chad beats, indeed. Instant punish, yeah. They just unload their hand of nothing but mana. We could have just cleared their board and left them with a bunch of mana. I think it's a fine play. Just questioning on what I want to do now. I think I want to Wasteland Cloud Post, Port Caracas, plus Gideon hit them. The Caracas lives, but we can always port it down if we want to plus Gideon, and we can start zeroing it anyway. I think I just want to chunk them for 5, though. Try to get them low. Poster in the yard. 1. We Wastelanded 1 way back when on like turn 1. Yeah, I did not do any like sort of math on whether hitting the post was actually correct. Oh yeah. Or like making the 2/2 was correct or anything. Man, getting really punished for not keeping that Plains, huh? So just like Ugin the Spirit Dragon me and we're gonna lose. They don't have that many cards in hand. We can pray. Given all the rocks, I like wasting Crocus really thinking about it. Yeah, it's possible. Certainly make it easier right now. Actually, no, we're still fine because we can always just port down the Crocus and kill them. So I guess I'm just plussing and then porting again. They do have 10 mana now. Is it better to actually cast Recruiter the Guard than port? Is porting them from 11 mana down to 10 matter at all? Recruit the Pew Pew. We don't have the Pew Pew in our deck. But we can always pour down the Crocus and then aim into Gideon and attack them. I think Recruiter is probably the best play here. Yeah, the difference between 10 and 11 mana is unimportant. They have exactly 11 mana. Yeah, Recruiter also like lets us attack through a blocker or something. It's like draw like a Thought Knot Seer or something like that. We can also go get like a Revoker if they draw an Ugin and like Wrath my board. Then getting a Revoker here is pretty relevant. Versus 10 is Lattice versus not. I mean, Lattice also, I guess Lattice does actually matter if we didn't have another creature in play because we couldn't activate the Gideon to kill them. But also, it's the 10 versus 11, which like, doesn't actually matter. Recruiter's also better versus Karn for Bridge. Hey, we did it! Look at that. Hey, quit it. Get out of here. Huh. We did it. That was a weird match, certainly. Yeah, Lattice does stop the Gideon, but 1/1 also stops the Lattice. And also, like, we weren't porting them from 10 to 9. We were porting them from 11 to 10. I feel like they did nothing. They didn't do anything. They did just make a bunch of mana and then die. I mean, that's what Post does sometimes. Certainly. They played an Ugin. They played the 6 mana Ugin. They did something. Scarier than yeah, because every turn you're like, well, my opponent has 900 mana in play. Anything that can draw will just kill me on the spot. You stupid punk. Speaking of killing you on the spot, get out of here! Stop tapping at the window, you dumb kitty. Get out of here. Pretty much done with the stream. As soon as the stream's about to be over, the cat decides to just start being super annoying. But anyway. Pretty... 400 in the cat matchup, yeah, certainly. Cat gets me every time. But yeah, so pretty impressive. The Gideon was better than the third Cataclysm in that last matchup, as it turns out. So, having 2 Cataclysms in the hand would not have worked out nearly as well. But yeah, this list was pretty good. The losses were to blue-red, and just miserable, and then like just the fucking worst mirror ever. I think something around the 75 is probably what I would be comfortable playing in the future. I think the big big thing that should be taken away from a list like this is that I think people aren't respecting. So I guess we'll just recap here because I talked about this at the beginning of the stream. But people aren't respecting the Hogak matchup enough, and absolutely need to be. Cataclysm still fucks. Palace Jailer is unplayable. Stop putting a second Palace Jailer on your board. I say Palace Jailer's unplayable, but obviously like there's still one in the main deck. But like for like niche recruiter things, some people are playing the Cataclysm, Gideon, and then like Palace Jailer here as like your like kind of grind cards. But no, Palace Jailer sucks. Stop putting it in your sideboards. It's so bad against the Oko decks. Graveyard hit good. Jailer bad. That's about it. Most of the rest of this list is pretty stock, honestly. Factory pretty good. Factory didn't do a lot this league, but we played against 0 Okos, so I think this list feels pretty good. Why back on Ballista? Yeah, it's like okay. Don't really know what I want it to be. Kind of want to win the main deck. Leon Relic Order. I think Relic Order is kind of a card you always kind of want. Just good versus good in the mirror, like equipment mirrors. There are still a bunch of people playing Stoneforge Mystic decks, the Mirror Maverick. They're still sneak and show. It's got applicability in other matchups. Like Needle's not going to do a huge amount in the matchups that Relic Order like that. Needle doesn't do a lot in matchups where Relic Order is bad that you really want it. I think the biggest matchups where you'd actually want a Needle over Relic Order would be like Lands. First one that comes to mind. 15 white honestly looks kind of rough with so much white. 15 is about as low as I feel comfortable going. 15 or 16 is usually pretty fine. Some people play like 13 and like 2 Cavernous Souls or just like an Ancient Tomb and a Mishra's Factor or something. People are psychotic. People have like the greediest goddamn mana bases. Sounds like your average Goblins list, yeah. How many red sources in your Chain Whirler decks? People, God, when fucking when Death Shadow got really big, people were trying to cast Court. What was it? The thing that's like pro black and exiles a black permanent. That thing I always forget its name. Devout Lightcaster. People were trying to cast that with like 14 white sources in your deck. Just like stop. Get some help. But anyway, let's go find someone to host. Oh dang! I keep forgetting MTG Streams is dead now. Sad. But yeah, fun stream. Definitely turned around. The beginning of the stream was disappointing to say the least. But we had some sweet games at the end there. The game 3 against Reanimator and our match against Post were pretty nice. What am I hosting? Does anyone have any host suggestions? I usually use MTG Stream, so I don't know who's playing Legacy right now. Doesn't look like anyone. Everyone's playing Arena or Cube. Vamp. Don't know. Mono Green Tron. Not gonna host that. Bunch of Pioneer and stuff. All right. Yeah, I don't know who to host. I'll just send you guys Caleb D's way. Quality stream. Obviously does not need the whatever 30 people I have in chat or whatever, but DMTG. But yeah, obviously great. Caleb's probably my favorite Magic streamer. I used to watch him a lot more when I was in college and stayed up super late and stuff, but don't have as much of a chance to watch him because I'm an old man now. But anyway, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. No stream Friday. I got back on the streaming schedule this week, but I am driving to Chicago this weekend to play in a 5K. So I'm driving up Friday night because I'm hanging out with some friends over the weekend. So we're gonna shoot the shit on Saturday or whatever, and then play the 5K on Sunday and driving back. So I will be gone on Friday, no stream. So this is my last stream this week, but I'll be back Monday, and we'll be back on a semi-normal streaming schedule from then on. Anyway, that'll be it for tonight. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out, and I'll catch you guys all later.